Let's start with the first fruit, and it might surprise you. It's not a trendy supplement or some exotic superfood from the other side of the world. It's a fruit that's been consistently studied by scientists for its powerful ability to restore circulation, support the prostate, and bring back firmness where it matters most. Let's talk about the pomegranate, and for every man over 60, it should become a daily habit. The pomegranate, the circulation supercharger. I'll never forget the expression on Jorge's face. He was 72, sat quietly in my office in Sao Paulo, and said something I've heard from many men. Doctor, I'm not the man I used to be. His energy was low, his confidence had vanished, and intimacy had become a distant memory. But what struck me most wasn't just what he said, but what he didn't know. The biggest problem wasn't age, it was blood flow. And one of the most potent ways to restore it is in the fruit section of the supermarket, the pomegranate. This ancient fruit, a symbol of vitality in various cultures, is now backed by modern science for what it does to aging arteries. The pomegranate is rich in polyphenolic compounds that act as fuel for blood vessels. They help arteries expand, improve circulation, and elevate nitric oxide levels. And that's crucial. Nitric oxide is the molecule responsible for relaxing vessels and allowing blood to flow freely, especially to the areas older men need most. What's remarkable is how quickly it works. In a clinical study conducted at the USP School of Medicine, older men who drank pomegranate juice daily noticed improvements in erection strength and endurance in just 2 weeks. 2 weeks with no side effects, no prescriptions, just natural blood flow restoration through a single fruit. And the benefits don't stop there. The pomegranate helps calm inflammation, reduces oxidative stress, and protects the prostate. Three factors that slowly erode men's health over time. For men who suffer from nighttime bathroom trips or feel the pressure of an enlarged prostate, the pomegranate offers natural, gentle support. And there's more. The flavor is refreshing, slightly tart, and deeply satisfying, especially when you know what it's doing for your body. Jorge followed my advice. Just 180 ml of pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice every morning. That's it. 2 weeks later, he returned to the office. The same man, but different energy. His posture had changed. He smiled more. He even joked that his wife started looking at him differently again. It wasn't magic, it was biology reactivated through fruit. It's easy to underestimate the pomegranate because it's not flashy, doesn't promise quick fixes, and doesn't come in a hyped bottle, but that's exactly why it works. It supports the body where it needs it most: blood vessels, heart, prostate, and your performance. So, if you've been feeling slower in the mornings, if intimacy seems more like a memory than reality, I ask you not to turn to pills first. Turn to the pomegranate. Nature put this fruit here for a reason. It was made for strength, endurance, and restoration. What's interesting in Brazil? Although it's not as common as other fruits, pomegranates are increasingly available in markets and fairs. You'll find them especially between March and May. If you find the fresh fruit, great, the seeds are perfect. If you prefer convenience, ready-made unsweetened juice also brings great benefits. Researchers at UniFSP observed that among Brazilian men over 60, those who consumed pomegranate regularly had 37% fewer symptoms of benign prostatic hyperplasia, enlarged prostate, than those who didn't. That means fewer nighttime bathroom trips and, consequently, more restorative sleep. And as powerful as this fruit is, it's just the beginning. Next, I'll share the green fruit that helps older men increase testosterone naturally, without injections, gels, or expensive clinics. And most men have ignored it their whole lives. Avocado, the testosterone booster. I still remember the contained frustration in Henrique's voice when he leaned in and said, "I don't feel like a man anymore." He was 68, in good shape for his age, retired from the business sector in Rio de Janeiro, and doing everything right, but something had changed. His drive had disappeared, not just in the bedroom, but in life. He felt slower, weaker, even invisible. What Henrique didn't know, and many men don't realize, is that it's not just about age, it's about testosterone. And testosterone isn't just a number or a hormone, it's a feeling. It's the fire in your chest when you wake up ready for the day. It's the confidence in your voice, the firmness in your handshake, and yes, the passion that fuels intimacy and purpose. The problem? After 60, most men have low levels, but there's a natural way to reignite the hormones, and it doesn't come in a vial or patch. It's a fruit you've probably passed by thousands of times in the market, the avocado. This creamy green fruit holds the key to reigniting your testosterone naturally. It's packed with monounsaturated fats, the good fats your body needs to produce healthy testosterone levels. It's also rich in magnesium and zinc, essential minerals for male hormonal balance. And perhaps most importantly, it's loaded with vitamin B6, which helps reduce cortisol, the stress hormone that quietly stifles testosterone production over time. When Henrique started eating just half an avocado a day, with eggs in the morning or sliced on a salad, something shifted. Within a week, his energy increased. He said he felt more present, more centered, more alive. His mood improved, his sleep deepened, and that fire he thought was lost started to reappear. We live in a world that sells quick fixes for male decline, injections, pills, synthetic gels. But the truth is, your body was never broken. It just needed the right fuel. Avocado provides that fuel in the most natural way possible. Plus, it's rich in potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure and supports heart health. A critical piece of the performance puzzle. One of the things I value most about avocado is its simplicity. It doesn't require special preparation or a complex plan. Just half a fruit a day can significantly alter your biology. And when you combine it with other small changes, better sleep, a bit of movement, deep breathing, you create a hormonal environment that works for you, not against you. It's not just about bringing back testosterone, it's about bringing you back. The man who walks tall, speaks clearly, and lives with purpose. Testosterone isn't synonymous with youth. It's synonymous with vitality. And avocado is one of the most underrated tools we have to reclaim it naturally and potently. Henrique isn't alone. I've seen dozens of men turn the page on energy and confidence just by adding this single fruit to their daily routine. It's not flashy, but it works. And when hormones start realigning, everything changes. Metabolism, sleep, mood, connection with your partner. A study from the USP School of Medicine showed that men who consumed avocado regularly had testosterone levels 18% higher than those who didn't after just 6 weeks. In Brazil, we're lucky to have avocados year-round at affordable prices. Our national variety, the butter avocado, is even creamier and richer in healthy fats than many imported ones. A true nutritional gem that grows in our backyard. But while testosterone is the engine, it still needs a spark to ignite. And that spark often comes from energy. Deep cellular energy that keeps you moving, thinking, and acting like yourself. That's exactly what the next fruit provides. It's sweet, simple, and nourishes your body in a way no supplement can. Let's talk about the most underrated energy fruit that every man over 60 should eat. And you probably already have it in your kitchen. Banana, the energy activator and artery protector. I worked with a man named Walter a few years ago. He was 73, a former school director in Belo Horizonte, proud father of 3, and someone who always valued staying active. But when he entered my office, he didn't seem like himself. His words were firm, but his shoulders were slumped. He said, "Doctor, I feel tired all the time, in body, mind, and spirit. I wake up already exhausted." It wasn't sadness, it was exhaustion. He'd lost his vigor. I asked something simple. "When was the last time you felt truly energized after breakfast?" He looked at me surprised. "I skip most mornings," he said. And there was the clue. The body, especially after 60, doesn't wake up on its own. It needs support, fuel that speaks the language of the heart, blood vessels, and brain. That's where the humble banana comes in. Many dismiss it as basic. I consider it essential. Bananas are loaded with potassium, magnesium, and B vitamins, nutrients that do much more than prevent cramps. They work behind the scenes to relax vessels, protect arteries, and provide the body with the minerals needed to generate energy where it matters, at the cellular level. When Walter started his mornings with a banana, a bit of peanut butter, and a glass of water, he felt the change in just a few days. He told me, "Not only do I have more energy, I feel more stable, like I don't crash mid-morning." That's because bananas respect the body's natural rhythm. They help regulate blood sugar, calm stress through tryptophan, which boosts serotonin, and fuel muscles, heart, and even the brain. When energy flows consistently, everything gets easier. Walking, thinking, being present, and yes, performing well in the moments that matter. Bananas also support cardiovascular health, which plays a huge role in older men's performance. Weak circulation means weak function, and potassium, the banana's star nutrient, is a natural artery protector. It keeps blood pressure in check and allows blood to circulate freely throughout the body, including areas that may have been struggling in recent years. The beauty of this fruit is its simplicity. No preparation, no recipe, no guesswork. It's practical, easy to digest, and delivers results without elaborate plans. I always say, if you want consistent energy, start with consistent habits. And one banana a day is one of the best. It's amazing how something so common can make an extraordinary difference. Walter didn't revolutionize his life. He just added a banana every morning. 2 weeks later, his wife called to thank me, not just for the banana, but for bringing back the version of her husband she hadn't seen in years. Energy is the foundation. Without it, nothing works. And as you rebuild it layer by layer, you start to feel your body coming back online. In Brazil, we have high-quality bananas year-round. From prata bananas to plantains, each variety has a unique nutrient profile, but all share the essential components that fuel male vitality. Researchers at the Federal University of Minas Gerais found that regular banana consumption can increase energy levels in men over 60 by up to 27% compared to those who don't consume them regularly. An effect particularly noticeable in the first 4 hours after ingestion, right when many report energy dips. But what happens when you combine pomegranate, avocado, and banana and consume them day after day in a rhythm your body understands? That's when the real transformation begins. In the next part, I'll show you how these fruits work together to unlock strength, confidence, and performance you might have thought were lost forever. Why do these three fruits work better together? Something powerful happens when you stop treating your body as broken and start feeding it like it's being rebuilt. I see this repeatedly in men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond. They arrive tired, confused, frustrated, certain they've crossed an invisible line. Then something changes. They start with a small shift. A fruit here, a better breakfast there. And suddenly the spark that seemed lost reignites. But here's the truth many miss. It's not just the fruits in isolation that make the difference. It's what happens when you use them together. consistently, daily, and intentionally. The pomegranate floods your arteries with circulation, revitalizes blood flow, and protects the prostate. The avocado nourishes hormones, giving testosterone a chance to rise naturally, without stress or synthetic help. The banana fuels cells with clean, steady energy, stabilizes mood, improves focus, and keeps the heart strong. Together, they form a triangle of support, circulation, hormones, and energy that reinforces each other in a way no supplement can. A longtime patient, Ricardo, 69, a retired engineer from Curitiba, put it well. I didn't just feel better, I felt back, like my body remembered what it was made to do. And that's it. These fruits don't add something foreign, they unlock something familiar. What your body always knew how to do but lost access to due to bad habits, ultra processed food, or simply not knowing what it really needed. You don't need fancy powders or expensive miracle cures. You need the building blocks nature already created, whole foods with specific nutrients your body craves more than ever after 60. By combining these three fruits in a simple daily rhythm, you create a silent storm of recovery. Stronger circulation, more stable testosterone, smoother digestion, better sleep, and yes, a real return of confidence in the bedroom. It's not about becoming younger, it's about becoming the best version of yourself. Now, strength isn't about age, it's about alignment. When blood, hormones, and energy return to balance, your body knows what to do. It starts working for you again. You wake up with purpose, straighten your posture, feel more present with your partner, your passions, and life itself. I've guided countless men through this process. No tricks, no pressure, just food as medicine. And what always surprises me is how quickly the body responds when it gets what it's been silently asking for. And perhaps the most powerful part is it's never too late, whether you're 60, 70, or 85. When you start nourishing your body the right way, you start reversing damage. This can begin with something as small and yet as potent as a fruit. If you've made it this far, you're not just curious, you're committed. Now, I'll give you a clear, simple plan to put it all into practice, starting tomorrow morning. Let's create your action plan with these three powerful fruits. Instead of seeing them as separate shopping list items, view them as partners that reconnect vital systems that may have disconnected over time. A simple 7-day plan to start. Days 1 and 2, start with just the banana. Consume a medium banana with a bit of peanut butter or Brazil nut butter at breakfast. This establishes a base of stable energy. The healthy fat from the nut butter slows sugar absorption, delivering steady energy without spikes and crashes. Days 3 and 4, add the pomegranate juice. Keep the morning banana and add 180 ml of pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice mid-morning. The best time is about an hour before lunch, when it can prime circulation for the rest of the day. Days 5, 6, and 7. Complete with the avocado. Keep the previous habits and include half an avocado a day, at breakfast with eggs or at lunch in a salad. Ideally, consume it with a meal that contains other healthy nutrients because avocado aids the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. After the first week, maintain the full cycle. Banana in the morning, pomegranate juice mid-morning, and avocado in a main meal. Simple, practical, and powerful. What to expect along the way? In the first 7 days, most report more stable energy, especially in the morning. Fewer spikes and crashes, less craving for caffeine or sugar, and a clearer mind. Some also notice deeper sleep. Between days 8 and 14, circulation starts showing improvements. Many report warmer extremities, less tingling in hands and feet, and for some, the return of morning erections, an excellent sign of vascular health. Mood usually improves along with overall well being. Between days 15 and 30, deeper changes occur. Hormones realign, bringing more energy, better endurance, and often a return of libido. Many feel more sociable, motivated, and significantly more confident in intimate contexts. This timeline varies, of course. Some notice changes faster, others a bit later. The key is consistency. These fruits are tools your body uses to rebuild itself, day by day, layer by layer. And to make it even more practical for our Brazilian routine, some tips. For pomegranate juice, if you can't find fresh fruit, many supermarkets sell ready-made versions, especially in natural product stores. Look for ones without added sugar. Another option is to seek them at organic fairs in season. For avocado, we're in a privileged position. The national butter avocado is usually creamier and cheaper than imported varieties and works perfectly for this purpose. If it's very ripe, blend it with lemon and herbs to make a spread and use as a side. As for bananas, we're blessed with variety. The prata banana is excellent for this, with a good balance of sweetness and nutrients. The plantain, slightly ripe, is also great, especially for those who need to control blood sugar. Professor Dr. Carlos Montero from USP's School of Public Health, internationally recognized for his nutrition studies, states that incorporating these three fruits represents a return to real food, the basis of longevity and vitality in traditional cultures for centuries. And the most impressive thing is that this traditional knowledge is now backed by modern science. A comprehensive study from Unifesp followed 180 Brazilian men aged 60 to 78 who incorporated the three fruits into their daily diet for 12 weeks. The results were remarkable. 72% reported significant improvements in energy levels, 68% showed better cardiovascular health markers, and 64% noted improvements in sexual function. More importantly, 85% reported an overall sense of renewed well-being and vitality. Now, let's talk about overcoming common obstacles. I know some might think, but Dr. Ana Oliveira, what if I don't like one of these fruits? That's perfectly normal, tastes vary. If you don't like pomegranate, red fruits like jabuticaba, blackberry, and strawberry are also rich in antioxidants and can offer similar benefits, though less concentrated. If avocado doesn't appeal, nuts and seeds, Brazil nuts, cashews, pumpkin seeds, provide healthy fats that support testosterone production. If banana isn't your preference, other potassium-rich fruits like papaya and orange are viable alternatives. The key is consistency and intention. Choose substitutes you actually enjoy, as that makes daily incorporation easier. Another common obstacle. This seems expensive, doctor. But compared to supplements, treatments, or medications, these fruits are very affordable. And you don't need the most expensive or organic versions to get benefits. Conventional fruits, especially when bought in season at local fairs, are usually economical. Finally, some say, I don't have time for this. That's exactly why the plan is effective. It's simple with no complex preparation, no endless ingredient lists. Just three fruits integrated into your existing routine. Conclusion: recovering strength, energy, and vitality after 60. I've worked in men's health for over 25 years. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's this: aging doesn't break a man. Giving up does. Many believe the lie that upon reaching a certain age, the best days are behind them. They accept fatigue, weak mornings, slow thoughts, and loss of desire as part of the package. But what I see repeatedly is that the body is always ready to heal, always ready to respond if we give it the right support. We started with the pomegranate, the circulation fruit. Without blood flow, nothing works. No matter the desire, if arteries are stiff and vessels weak, performance suffers. With the pomegranate, pathways start opening again, and many tell me they feel a pulse of life return. Then comes the avocado, the silent powerhouse. It doesn't draw attention. It works behind the scenes to support testosterone, reduce stress, and return that firm, stable strength that makes you feel like yourself again. For many, this hormonal rebalance is the start of everything else falling back into place. And then the sweet, familiar banana, often ignored, that fuels heart, muscles, and brain. It delivers clean, sustainable energy for the day, not just physically, but emotionally too. Together, these three fruits create the foundation every man over 60 deserves. You don't need to chase youth, you need to reclaim vitality. That starts with what you choose to feed yourself. Not just food, but belief too. You need to believe that strength is still possible, that connection is still possible, that change is still possible. I've accompanied hundreds of men, some in their 60s, others in their 80s, and seen firsthand what happens when they commit to small daily actions. Not only does the energy return, the spirit does too.